What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 5 of Project Eden. If you missed episode 4, I definitely recommend going back and giving it a watch because you'll notice the world looks slightly different now. But more importantly, we actually finished our Alpha 1.0.4 collection, which means we're allowed to update to the next version of the game, and I'm so excited to be going over another version recap for the first time in months. Remember all that hassle we went through with getting a winter mode world? Well, it's finally going to pay off in this update with the introduction of snowballs and snowblocks. That's really it. There's a couple smaller bug fixes that also came with the update, one of them being that signs can be placed without needing the block above them to be free, which is special to me after we ran into that problem in episode 1. When it comes to the discontinued features that are either introduced, ongoing, or ending in this episode, for this version of Minecraft, this is what we're bringing attention to. First off, snowballs can stack up to 64, and I'm not really sure, we'll find out soon enough, if the version we're playing in, which is a re-uploaded version of 1.0.5, is stacks of 8 or 64. But if you do it right, it's 64. I'm rambling. This version also saw the introduction of a glitch called the block replacement bypass, which is something we'll explore in a later episode. We can still place any item in any furnace slot, apples drop by notch, which we found out last episode, and we can create what is called an understack via a TNT chest glitch. And let's talk about both of those real quick. Understacked items are items with a count below 1. Most items in the game can be made understacked, and last episode we did it with a diamond pickaxe. They're hard to tell apart for a while because there's not really a value added to them, but somewhere along the line, an update should make it to where there's a red text with their count. Unfortunately, as cool as they are, all understacked items do get deleted when updating to 16W32A, which is a 1.11 snapshot, so we'll have them for a while, but we do lose these items eventually. And getting an apple via Notch is just a silly one. Up until 1.3.2, any player named Notch would drop an apple upon death. But today we finally get to do something new, and I've actually got 3 goals in mind. First off, since this is the 5th episode, we've got to take care of the Trials of Fate Edict, which, if you don't remember or don't know what that is, this is one of our gameplay edicts that requires to pull from a list of challenges every 5th episode, and we have to complete that challenge before the episode is over. So the way that we're going to do this, at least today, is through the lucky draw on pinkylamb.me. Without further ado, let's draw the challenge. And this does end up being a little bit of an issue because I looked into how we could go about doing this challenge, and it turns out snowballs don't actually do damage. So we end up drawing one more time, and we get the TNT jump. I have no idea where to start. So, a TNT jump. We're going to worry about that one later. The second thing that I want to get done today is build a proper gravesite for all of our cave deaths. For the Survivor's Legacy Edict, we specified that if there's a cluster of deaths in a specific area, we could go ahead and build a graveyard to keep them all together. So what we've already been doing is, instead of keeping the graves where they happened in the mine, we have them all lined up right here at our staircase at Y level 13, which looks pretty boring, so we're going to fix that this episode. Lastly, although we just updated to version 1.0.5, I'd like to knock out the collection for this version as well. And all we need for that is a snow block and a snowball. So I think we're going to get that out of the way first, and all we'll need is a shovel. All right, so if we let's make 2 shovels. And we're going to go ahead and go back upstairs. Oh, and also one extra thing I'd like to add is let's go ahead and expand this way and build 2 little dark rooms for our mushrooms. We'll go ahead and do that after the collection. So shovels in hand, snow. Oh my gosh, you only get 1 snowball. But here's the next question. Does the stack stop at 8? No, it doesn't. We might have some 64 stack snowballs. All right, I think I might need more than 2 iron shovels. Okay, so I just wasted that entire iron shovel and found out that you don't need shovels at all. You can just punch snow. I was misled and mistaken. So we're gonna save that extra iron shovel and just go to town with our fists to knock out the rest of the snow. Oh, and actually, I kind of want to see. So mobs can't get hurt? Wait, is it? Oh, also, what is the? Wait, so much just happened. So he is taking damage, or at least it might be a 0 damage hit. But do y'all hear that sound? What is that? What is... Also, can I spin it? Okay, so they definitely do 0 damage because I just shot him with what, 30 snowballs? Also, I think that is the funniest sound ever. Just cool. Back to snowball collecting. Quick little sheep shot. And it looks like we have a full inventory. Oh my gosh, the sound really is probably the craziest thing ever, but also so funny. All right, let's go put away the snowballs that we have right now, and then we'll reconvene right afterwards. Okay, so that's not even half a chest of our 64 snowballs, but we are going to get another half chest and mill that off, and then a couple extra more for some blocks, and then we'll put what's left over in our collection. Boom, and that wraps up a full inventory of snowballs. Wouldn't it have made such a good montage? All right, so we'll throw as many snowballs as we can into our new snow chest. And then we'll throw an entire stack for our collection. We'll take whatever extra snow we've got and make some blocks of snow. Honestly, that is an expensive recipe, isn't it? The fact that we only get 1 snowball per block right now, but that means that that is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of snow. Maybe there's a faster way to do it. I don't really want to find out. Snow blocks, we'll deposit half, and just like that, our Alpha 1.0.5 collection is complete. So now that we're done with that, we will go back over here, throw the rest of our snow blocks in this chest. So now that we finished with the snow and finished our collection, let's go over to this side of the hallway, and we're going to jump around our to-do list today. So the plan is dig a 7x5 hole this way. Maybe we do a little bit further in. And of course, we need to make some more pickaxes. While we're here, actually, let's make 2 iron doors and 2 levers. And we'll get some extra iron back with our iron pick investment. So I'm honestly thinking, let's go down a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what the heck? Well, more torches it is. This didn't actually look like it was too deep. Okay, yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Free cold up. So let me go a couple further deep right here, and then we'll throw some mushrooms down and work on the other side. Oh, we found another little cave. Okay, that doesn't give me much hope. There's so much coal. Okay, so this connects to, like, our mine was right there. Let me make some more torches. Same thing right here. Yeah, it's a dead end too. Okay. So what stopped me from going up this way? Is it just the gravel right here? And how far away? I don't want to get too lost in here. He says he goes further down. You know, I was just thinking to myself that I haven't seen any mobs. Well, would you look at that? We're building a mushroom room, and we got a pretty good head start. It led us straight to a little bunch of mushrooms. Oh, and that's another iron pickaxe down. But perfect timing because we are done with this room. And now you'll notice we've gone with a weird kind of descent thing here. My idea is everything needs to be too high, I'm pretty sure, for the mushrooms to spread and, you know, exist. But too high also is the minimum for mobs to spawn. And if we have them in layers like this, mobs, when we enter, they might see us and they might go to us, but they'll have to kind of work their way up through a very narrow jump. And so it might be a little bit easier for us to kind of manage that. So what I want to do is actually just place one mushroom in either corner right here. And I guess we can try one mushroom up here as well. And I want to see what happens in the next, you know, couple hours if the mushrooms actually spread, if anything is, you know, working from this. So let's put an iron door down and a lever. Boom. All right, so we just finished the same kind of thing on this side. I'm going to leave that torch there for just a second. Let's go ahead and grab, I think we only have one red mushroom. Oh, also I covered the door just in case that torch is too close and is like providing too much light. Anyway, we have one red mushroom somewhere. There it is. Oh, we have 4? I'll use 3 of them for now. Just means they'll spread faster if they have the ability to spread in here. So same thing. We'll do 2 on that far side where it's darkest. Get rid of this torch. 1 right here. And we'll throw an iron door down. What I honestly should do... Let me do that. Okay. Anyway. Oh, wait a second. Ah, this will be faster. Nice. That's some good game knowledge right there. All right. Now, break this torch. But not a torch. Whatever that was called. And let's board up the doors. Okay, so with my snow complete, my mushroom farm complete, there's 2 more things left on our agenda today. One of which is our trial with fate. We have to hit a TNT jump. Let me make a pickaxe. A sword might be a good idea too, just in case we get jumped. And then we'll leave the rest of this stuff. Well, I'll take the cobble with us. My thought is, let's find, you know, a pool of lava somewhere and just try and jump across. Is that like a reasonable thing? This actually doesn't seem like too bad of a spot. So, okay. I don't know how far I can jump. So let me mine out just a little bit of space here. I'm pretty sure what you want is you want to get like under. You want it underneath you. Okay, I'm gonna place the TNT here. My goal is to be able to punch it and then run by. So I'd punch it here and start running. I'd have to walk through it on this side or something. And then by the time I get here, jump. And hopefully I don't hit my head on the ceiling. The question is, how far how far will it shoot me up? Will it I have no idea. Oh my gosh. And we're not risking anything. So I mean, this is trial and error for us here. Cause I really just want to try and get like 2 rows over. That's 5 blocks. We're just gonna go for it. I'll set all this stuff on the ground right here. And I'm just gonna go straight for it. I went way too early. That was horrible. Okay, well, I should definitely have water on standby. Okay, so attempt number 2. 2 things I think we learned from that. Ooh. First off, I'm not so sure the TNT should be 1 block below anymore. I actually think I want it to be like right here, kind of encased. I would hit it, and I think my plan is to just keep jumping until it explodes, because the timing, I think the timing is what really got me. So we're gonna send attempt number 2 right here. We can go ahead and punch it immediately. Okay, hey, I got the jump part down. I went pretty far. That was what? I gotta review the footage on that, because I swear I went pretty dang far, maybe 2 rows over. I just died immediately. So maybe TNT 1 block further away, and we'll have it down. All right, let's pick up our stuff. What's the damage? We're missing like a whole bridge now. All right, I wonder if I need armor to survive. I had it right here. Let me just put it right there and see what happens. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to try some iron armor for protection. We'll try it without the water bucket first. My thought is I could ignite the TNT, place water where it's exploding at, so it won't do damage anymore. Damage to the surrounding blocks. I think it still hurts me. And then pray that the iron armor is strong enough to kind of cover the rest of it. Okay. So TNT right there. That might be way too close, huh? What if I just I'm gonna keep this available as a path. Oh, I did it! I did it! Oh my god! That was a TNT jump! That was it! Okay, technically, right, okay. That was it. That was the jump. That was the jump. You cannot tell me that was not a jump. The TNT, that was sick. We totally just went, the 2 rows that I was originally expecting as well. Oh my god, that was sick. As long as if you ignore the row of death chests right here, I think we're pro Minecraft players now. I think only a pro can hit a jump like that. So that is, I'm gonna say right here, our trial complete. We successfully hit, it maybe took a couple attempts, but we successfully hit a TNT jump. And yeah, I'm gonna say we did it, man. That felt so good. So let's go up. Let's put the rest of our stuff away. The iron armor is definitely what we needed. It got rid of all the damage we were taking. We probably would have hit the jump earlier if I'd actually been prepared to tank an explosion. Okay, all right. Let me put this stuff away. That's that I'm overjoyed. That was so cool. Okay, we have collected our snow. We've added a mushroom cave. Speaking of, let's go ahead and check on said mushroom cave. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna grow mushrooms. Maybe I'm being a little too optimistic that this will work, but anything down here? Negative. Snow, mushroom cave, trial of fate, our TNT jump has been accomplished. There is nobody who can tell me that was not a TNT jump. It wasn't flawless. And we don't have sprint yet, I think those jumps become way more easier when you have sprint so that you actually have forward momentum. My problem is that I don't know the timing, first off, and I don't have momentum to go anywhere. So I think the 4 or 5 blocks that we jumped, or the 15 blocks that we jumped, obviously, was pretty impressive, and I am counting that as the first ever trial of fate complete. Hopefully we get something a little bit more engaging. It'll take us a little bit more time next time, but yeah, because that one was easy. I didn't have any problems with that one at all. Anyway, there's one more thing on our to-do list today, and that is to redo our graveyard down at the bottom of the mine. So we're going to take about half of our iron here and head down that way. Maybe some of our torches as well. And let's go see what we can do about it. So if we're on like this level right here, oh, there's a lava problem, isn't there? Yep. Well, I forgot that we blocked up a bunch of lava over there. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Okay. I got some of the lava. Ah, it's still coming. Oh god. I'm actually just gonna die now. Do I just wait here in like an agonizing death? A slow death? I hear water. I just don't know where water is. Guys? That doesn't count, right? You're gonna have to tell me in the comments if we count that death as a Survivor's Legacy death. Okay, so we'll pick up all of this stuff if that counted as a Survivor's Legacy death. If it does, then we'll add it to the gravesite that we're about to build. If it doesn't, I'm going to take this stuff back next episode for me. But unfortunately, I'm leaning to a Survivor's Legacy death. So now we're going to take the other half of iron and some planks, our shovel, and I also want to go and grab a bucket of water. Okay, we're back down here now. I'm going to carve a little hole, thinking like right here. So that's our water source. And what we want to do, I think, is slowly chip away. Yeah, look at that. We just got rid of 5 things of lava. Oh, I got too close. Got too close. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think I placed it where I just was. That's what happened. Okay, also, let me put away my extra iron and stuff. All right, if we go wide... That knocks out a little bit more. That is just going to spread this way. Oh, God. How? Why? What? Who? What? When? No! Oh, my gosh. All right, we're going to make a new pickaxe. A full stack of cobble and a pickaxe. That's all we're keeping. I wonder if anything fell into the void. Let me add this stuff. Here's where I'm at. I don't necessarily think this should be, both of those deaths should be Survivor Legacy deaths, because I'm like intentionally clearing up lava. Lava's dangerous, but to save some space, I'm gonna stack both of our deaths together. And if you guys decide that yes, those were legitimate deaths that should be marked as graves, then they're gonna go into one. Another thing I should have thought about is how far do we actually want to like mine or set this up? If we put up 4 posts. Oh, one too low there. That'll work. So another post goes around this side. Okay, so this is like the center point. Now, if I just go out this way. Also, here's a crazy idea. Let me build something real quick, because I feel like this feels really alpha. Okay, I just broke my pickaxe, but we'll grab 6. Doesn't this just feel like it should be a alpha Minecraft staple? the lava columns? That's got to be like an iconic thing. Maybe we throw a layer of glass there just to be safe, but I don't know. That feels like it fits really well. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, let me add one of these on each corner, because I am a big fan of that. All right, so here's corner number 2, and corner number 3 apparently comes pre-installed. Isn't that cool? Let me. I couldn't figure out where to place the block from. Wait a second. If we go up, 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 up. Okay, it blocks the light, but isn't that pretty cool? Should we run like that, actually? Okay, another thing I need your guys' response in the comments for. Do we go for the... Oh, what we could do is like something like that. So we'll keep most of it available. Or maybe even like that, actually. And then if I were to go right there. Okay, either left or right now in the comments, let me know which one you guys prefer. It kind of bothers me that the crafting table is off to the side like that. Yeah, kind of a lot of this bothers me. So I'm going to put it right here. And I wonder... I feel like I know some meta here. Nope, nope, nope. I need a stick and a torch. I think if you can place off of a... Yep, okay, there we go. You can use like an existing item to place, and it'll just find what's available. So technically, I could do something like this, where there's like torches hanging off of furnaces and even chests. And even chests. Yup. Isn't that so cursed? I don't know. I'm torn. I still lean toward the left just because light actually shows. That's the main thing. But kind of the hidden thing of the right, I'm so torn. And this should be the last little piece. Oh, wait, I've got this to tackle. Nice, we got it. Okay, now that's 9 in every direction, or both of these directions. What I have in mind is kind of lame, but let me cook just one of them up real quick, see what it looks like, and then we'll reevaluate afterwards. Well, it's not going to work out the way that I thought it would. There's like a not cobblestone. Furnaces have a pretty cool texture on top nowadays, but it turns out in this version they're just stone on top. So my idea was going to be to alternate like furnace and then maybe a normal plank and just have like a cool textured area going on here. But we cannot do that at this time. So I'm thinking maybe we just fill it in with cobble or something. My other thought was maybe to alternate like this. Actually, that doesn't look too bad either. Yeah, we'll just alternate like that. Also, let me do this real quick. We were able to get all of the items because we had documentation of what went in this chest. I don't have all the items in this chest from that death. I need to look a little bit more into the footage to figure out what I'm missing. But anyway, we've got like these tomb things going on here. So this is both of our death by Skelly from episode 2. And it just kind of solidifies them in a little outcrop. So it really isn't much different from what we're doing up there, but now it kind of looks like it's more like a tomb, a crypt. It's like a dwarven hall of memories is the vibe I'm suddenly going for. Okay, also here's another idea. I think in this version there's a way to make it to where furnaces always stay lit. So I'm almost tempted to have a furnace on that back wall, and it kind of symbolizes like in honor of the fallen, the furnace stays lit, or is always running, something like that. So we'll figure out how to do that. I'm gonna leave a furnace in between each row. Ooh, spooky noises, and just see how it looks. Okay, just a couple finishing touches. I think the actual groundwork for all these rooms is complete. Death by Skelly from episode 3. we'll grab these 3 things and we'll just plop it right on down there. Throw those things in and cover it up. Death by Skelly. Next up, our Death by Lava from episode 4. Oh boy. What would be really cool eventually is to have an individual room for each of these deaths and kind of like a something that looks like, you know, the type of death. So this Death by Lava, it would be like this coffin in the middle and then lava all around. The Death by Skeleton, maybe just oh, sorry, sheep. Maybe like a mossy cobble spawner. Or actually, yeah, because I think one of these Death by Skellies was in one of those dungeons, and I think the creeper was also in a dungeon. So if we did something like that where we recreated the conditions surrounding the death in each of these little rooms, that would be pretty cool actually. So this was our Death by Lava from episode 4. And that was our Death by Zombie, and this was actually the most stuff that we lost. And once we have all the stuff in here, that'll wrap up our new little hall of memorial hall of memories. I don't know what we'll call this area yet. But you know, it looks a little bit more official and cool for what is a pretty historic and honestly funny part of the world. So let's cover this up. Death by Zombie. And again, let me know in the comments if we should count that unfortunate death from today, and we have a spot for it after all. And honestly, that'll wrap up the episode, so I'm going to make my way back up top. Let's check the mushrooms real quick, see if we've got anything going for us there. All right, let's see. Nothing's grown. And maybe it's just because we were too far away from them. Yeah, no, nothing on the red mushrooms either. So that's unfortunate. I'll do some research and see if there's anything we can do about that. But thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in with me for episode 5 with our incredible TNT jump. And yeah, swing those arms all around. I'm going to call it there. I will see you in the next episode next Monday. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.